See, the next topic is in the properties of alkaline earth metal. We are going to discuss the reaction of alkaline earth metal with halogens. Basically, when alkaline earth metal combines with halogen, they form halides of type Mx2. In Mx2, we can see that metal is divalent cation and X minus. So basically, when alkaline earth metal combines with halogen, they form Mx2 type of halides. So when metal combine with halogen form halide of Mx2, the metal can be magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So beryllium is not used here due to high ionization energy of beryllium. See, in halides of alkaline earth metal, when we discuss about the fluorides, so all fluorides are basically predominantly ionic in nature due to high electronegativity of fluorine atom. So all fluorides are predominantly ionic. Now see the preparation of BeF2. So BeF2 is prepared by heating the complex compound C, the compound containing 2NH4 plus ion, which is ammonium ion, and BeF4 2 minus ion. So basically this compound contains 2NH4 plus ion, BeF4 2 minus ion. When we heat this compound, we obtain beryllium fluoride. So this is the preparation of BeF2, and ammonium fluoride is obtained as a byproduct. As we know, BeCl2 is predominantly covalent compound, and covalent character decreases from beryllium to barium. So basically BeCl2 is predominantly covalent in nature, and covalent character decreases across the group. As we know why BeCl2 is covalent, due to small size and high polarizing power of Be2+. Now see the preparation of BeCl2. So next is the preparation of BeCl2. See, BeCl2 is prepared when we pass beryllium oxide. So beryllium oxide on reaction with chlorine and carbon, it gives BeCl2 along with carbon monoxide. Now see the reaction of alkaline earth metal. The reaction of alkaline earth metal with hydrogen. So basically, we know when alkaline earth metal reacts with hydrogen, they form hydrides. They form hydrides of MH2 type. They form hydrides of MH2 type on reaction with hydrogen. See, for example, when metal combines with hydrogen, they form hydrides of MH2 type. Now see the next chemical property, the reaction of alkaline earth metal with acids. When alkaline earth metal reacts with acid like HCl, so it forms halide of metal with the liberation of hydrogen gas, because we know when metal reacts with acid, they liberate hydrogen gas and MCl2. Now see the solution of alkaline earth metal in liquid ammonia. Solution of alkaline earth metal in liquid ammonia. As we know, basically the metal here in case of alkaline earth metal is divalent cation. So out of X plus Y moles of ammonia, so the reaction is like this: M plus X plus Y moles of ammonia. So X plus Y moles of ammonia. Solution. Now we can see that X moles of ammonia is associated with metal which is cation form. So basically M2 plus. So it convert into M NH3 X. X molecules are associated with cation and charge of +2. To balance the charge, we know 2 electrons are also there. So to balance the charge, Y molecules of ammonia are associated with electron. So this is the formation of ammoniated cation. This is we called ammoniated cation. So this is ammoniated cation, and this is we called ammoniated electron. This is ammoniated electron. So basically it convert into, when we use X plus Y moles of ammonia, X moles of ammonia are associated with metal cation, and Y moles of ammonia associated with electron, and charge is balanced. And we know the deep blue color of the solution. The deep blue color of the solution is due to this ammoniated electron, and this is paramagnetic in nature, and this is paramagnetic in nature. So similar to the case of alkali metal, when alkaline earth metal dissolved in liquid ammonia solution, the color of the solution becomes blue. So blue color of the solution is due to this ammoniated electron, which is paramagnetic. Now we will see the oxides and hydroxides of alkaline earth metal. See the oxides and hydroxides of alkaline earth metal. We know when alkaline earth metal react with oxygen. When alkaline earth metal react with oxygen, see when alkaline earth metal combines with oxygen like beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium, it form oxide of type MO. Now see the nature of these oxides. As we know, beryllium compounds are predominantly covalent due to small size of beryllium and high ionization energy, anomalous behavior of beryllium. So beryllium oxide is covalent in nature, while magnesium and calcium oxide are less basic, so it is basic in nature, and strontium, barium also basic in nature. So we can see the nature of beryllium oxide is covalent, while the nature of magnesium, calcium oxide is basic but less basic, and the nature of strontium and barium oxide is basic, and these are ionic in nature. These four oxides of alkaline earth metal are ionic in nature and having the structure like rock salt structure. So they have the same lattice structure as of NaCl. So their structure match with NaCl type structure. Now see the case of superoxides. We know calcium, strontium and barium, due to large size of cation, due to large size of these cation, calcium, strontium and barium, they can also form superoxides of type MO2. So we can see the stability and tendency to form superoxide. The tendency to form superoxide is increased from calcium to barium. Now see, except beryllium oxide, we have seen beryllium oxide is covalent in nature while all are ionic in nature. So we say except beryllium oxide, all oxides are basic in nature. Therefore their hydroxides, all oxides are basic in nature, form their respective hydroxide on dissolving in water. So when we dissolve the oxides, of alkaline earth metal except beryllium, they form their respective hydroxides and their hydroxides are sparingly soluble in water. So basically except beryllium oxide, these hydroxides, except beryllium oxide, when these oxides which are basic in nature, when we dissolve in water, they form hydroxides which are sparingly soluble in water. See for example, when metal oxide except beryllium oxide reacts with water, it forms basic hydroxide and this is sparingly soluble in water. And we know beryllium oxide is basically amphoteric in nature. Beryllium oxide is covalent in nature also. Beryllium oxide is amphoteric in nature because it can react with both acid as well as base. Now see the properties of hydroxides of alkaline metal. So basically these are the properties of alkaline earth metal. Now we are comparing the thermal stability. Solubility and basic nature. So basically all three means thermal stability and solubility and basic nature. All three decreases on moving down the group, means thermal stability of magnesium hydroxide is least while the thermal stability of barium hydroxide is more, and the reason is due to increasing ionic character. From magnesium to Ba2 plus, thermal stability increases, and we know solubility also increases. From magnesium to barium. Why solubility increases? Because decreasing the lattice energy, because decreasing the lattice energy. Due to decrease in lattice energy, the solubility increases from magnesium. So basically solubility increases, solubility of these hydroxides increases from top to bottom, and also stability, thermal stability also increases. Thermal stability also increases. And third is basic nature. Basic nature is also increases. So all three properties, solubility, thermal stability and basic nature of hydroxides increases from magnesium to barium. Thermal stability increases due to increase in ionic character. Solubility increases, all three increases, increase, increase, increase. Thermal stability increase due to increase in ionic character. Solubility increase due to decreasing lattice energy. And basic nature increase due to increase in the size of metal ion. Now see the name of calcium hydroxide. The name of calcium hydroxide is basically slack lime or lime water, we can also say. And barium hydroxide will show baryta water. And the name of magnesium hydroxide is we called milk of magnesia. Now see the carbonates of alkaline earth metal. Carbonates of alkaline earth metals. See, the next topic is carbonates of alkaline earth metal. We know all alkaline earth metal form carbonates of type MCO3. So basically all metal which are alkaline earth metal form carbonates of type MCO3. For example, BeCO3, MgCO3, CaCO3 and PaCO3. And all carbonates are ionic in nature. See, beryllium carbonate basically contains beryllium H2O4. As we know, beryllium cannot expand its coordination number beyond 4. So coordination number of beryllium is 4. So basically BeCO3 contains this complex ion rather than Be2+. So BeCO3 always in the form of coordinated water molecules having coordination number 4. So it is not in the form of Be2+. And we know thermal stability increase. Thermal stability of carbonates of alkaline earth metal also increases from beryllium to barium, like in the case of alkali metal carbonates. So basically thermal stability increases due to increase in ionic character. Due to increase in ionic character, thermal stability increases from beryllium to barium carbonate. And we know all carbonates become soluble. So all these carbonates of alkaline earth metal become soluble when we pass CO2 gas through their solution. So when CO2 gas is passed through the solution of carbonates, then it becomes soluble due to formation of bicarbonates. So all carbonates become soluble. All these carbonates become soluble when we pass CO2 gas through their solution due to the formation of bicarbonates, which are soluble in nature. Now see the reaction. The reaction is when we pass CO2 gas through the solution of carbonate. Now the carbonates become soluble due to the formation of bicarbonate, which is soluble in nature. Now the next topic we are going to discuss about the sulfates of alkaline earth metal. See the sulfates of alkaline earth metal. See, we know all alkaline earth metal form sulfates of type MsO4. M is basically here divalent cation which balance the charge of sulfate ion. So basically all alkaline earth metal will form sulfate of type MsO4. And the solubility of sulfates of group 2 decreases down the group. So basically why so when we discuss about the solubility, BeSO4 has highest solubility and BaSO4 has least solubility. And the reason is only two factors are responsible for the solubility. One is lattice energy and one is hydration enthalpy. If hydration energy is more than lattice energy, then it is soluble in water. When lattice energy is more than hydration energy, then it is insoluble in water. Only these two factors decide the solubility. So here we can see that the solubility of sulfates decrease from beryllium sulfate to barium sulfate. Means beryllium sulfate is highest solubility and barium sulfate having the lowest solubility. Why beryllium sulfate has highest solubility? Because we know hydration energy is basically the product of charge, depends on the charge upon size. So due to high hydration energy of Be2 plus, due to high hydration energy of Be2 plus ion and Mg2 plus ion, these are having the high solubility. These are having the high solubility, and solubility decrease from BeSO4 to BaSO4. Now see, when we heat the sulfates of group 2 elements. So basically when we heat the sulfates of group 2 elements, MsO4, they produce SO3 gas with their oxides. For example, when MsO4, alkaline earth metal sulfate, is heated, so on decomposition it give metal oxide with the liberation of SO3 gas. So we have discussed about the solubility. Solubility of sulfates decreases. So the decrease in the solubility is basically why? Because we know thermal stability also decreases, hydration energy also decreases, but the decrease in hydration energy is more. Decrease in hydration energy is more as compared to lattice energy. Therefore we say solubility decreases from BeSO4 to BaSO4. Now see the thermal stability of sulfates. As we know, when we move from Be2 plus ion to Ba2 plus ion, from top to bottom, so basically there is increase in the ionic character, and we know if there is increase in the ionic character, then thermal stability increases. So we can say thermal stability increases down the group. Thermal stability increases down the group due to increase in the ionic character from Be2 plus to Ba2 plus. So highest thermally stable is BaSO4 and least thermally stable is BeSO4. An important compound of alkaline earth metal is MgSO4.7H2O. The compound we called Epsom salt. Basically, Epsom salt is used in the mild laxative. It is used as a mild laxative. So basically, mild laxative means the substance used to loosen stool or bowel movement. Basically, the substance mild laxative is the substance used to lose stool or increase in the bowel movement. Now see the another compound of alkaline earth metal, which we know in the form of calcium sulfate dihydrate. So basically CaSO4.2H2O, and the name of this compound is gypsum. See, when gypsum is heated at 150 degrees Celsius, then it converts into calcium sulfate hemihydrate, which we also called plaster of Paris. Now again heating at temperature of 200 Kelvin, 200 degrees Celsius. Now we obtained calcium sulfate in anhydrous form, and this anhydrous form of calcium sulfate we also call dead burnt plaster. When we again heat this anhydrous dead burnt plaster at temperature of 1100 degrees Celsius, then calcium oxide is obtained along with sulfur trioxide gas. Now see the preparation of metal sulfide from alkaline earth metal sulfate. See, the sulfates of alkaline earth metal on reduction with carbon. So this is the sulfate of alkaline earth metal. When there is reduction with carbon, then metal sulfate changes into metal sulfide with the liberation of carbon monoxide gas. Now we will discuss about the halides. Of group 2 elements, alkaline earth metal halides. We know all alkaline earth metal form halides of the type MX2. So basically preparation is when alkaline earth metal reacts with halogen, it forms halide of type MX2. See the another method. Another method is when the alkaline earth metal except beryllium react with hydrogen halide in aqueous solution, then it forms MX2 type of halide with the liberation of H2 gas. Now see the preparation of BeCl2. See, as we know, anhydrous BeCl2. Anhydrous BeCl2 cannot be prepared by this process, because we know if we prepared BeCl2 by this process, then in aqueous solution it will convert into the complex form. So basically it will convert into the complex form of beryllium H2O4 2+. So anhydrous BeCl2 cannot be prepared by this process, because we know in aqueous solution BeCl2 will convert into BeH2O4 2+ ion, complex ion. So this is not a correct method. This is not a correct method for the preparation of BeCl2 anhydrous. See, so first it will form a complex when beryllium reacts with aqueous solution of HCl. First it will form the complex of water, which is BeH2O4Cl2. Then on heating we get beryllium hydroxide along with Cl2 and water. Now see the preparation of anhydrous BeCl2. So basically anhydrous BeCl2 is not prepared by the reaction of alkaline earth metal with aqueous HCl solution. Now see the preparation of anhydrous BeCl2. So basically anhydrous BeCl2 is formed by the reaction of beryllium oxide. So anhydrous BeCl2 is formed by the reaction of beryllium oxide with CCl4 at high temperature of 800 degrees Celsius. Then BeCl2 is obtained. Then Cl2 gas is removed and carbon combines with oxygen. So carbon monoxide, Cl2 and BeCl2 is formed. So this is the correct method for the preparation of anhydrous BeCl2. We know beryllium halides are mainly covalent in nature, while other halides are ionic. We know beryllium halide are predominantly covalent in nature, while the other halides are ionic in nature. And we also know beryllium fluoride is soluble in water. Beryllium fluoride, when we discuss about beryllium fluoride, it is soluble in water, and the reason for solubility of barium fluoride is due to high hydration energy of Be2+ ion. So basically BeF2 is soluble in water due to high hydration energy of Be2+ ion, while the other metal fluorides except beryllium, other metal fluorides of this group are insoluble. So only beryllium fluoride is soluble in water due to high hydration energy of Be2+, while other metal fluorides are insoluble. Why other metal fluorides are insoluble? Due to high lattice energy. Due to high lattice energy and low hydration energy. Therefore, if there is high lattice energy, means lattice energy is more than hydration energy. Therefore, this is the reason for the insolubility. So, for solubility, hydration energy must be more than lattice energy. So beryllium fluoride is soluble in water, means hydration energy of Be2+ is more than lattice energy. So due to high hydration energy of Be2+. While in other metal fluorides, the lattice energy is more and hydration energy is low. Therefore, other metal fluorides are insoluble. Now see BeX2, we know BeX2 beryllium halide will be covalent when X is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So basically all halides of beryllium are covalent in nature due to high polarizing power of beryllium, while the halides of other alkaline earth metals, MX2 are ionic in nature. And we know the solubility of ionic halides. The solubility of ionic halides decreases. The solubility of ionic halides decreases up to some extent on moving down the group. So basically, when solubility of ionic halides decreases means lattice energy also decreases, hydration energy also decreases, but the decrease in hydration energy is more. The decrease in hydration energy is more as compared to the decrease in lattice energy. Therefore, solubility decreases down the group. So highest solubility of BeX2 and least solubility for BeX2. Now see the structure of beryllium chloride. See the structure of beryllium chloride. So general formula for beryllium chloride is BeCl2. We know beryllium halides are basically covalent in nature. Beryllium halides are covalent in nature due to high polarizing power of Be2 plus ion. And BeCl2 in vapor phase. BeCl2 in vapor phase exists in the form of dimer and monomer. So BeCl2 in vapor phase exists in the form of monomer and dimer. See how BeCl2 exists in the form of monomer and dimer. We can see that basically when it exists in the form of monomer, the structure is BeCl2 like this. We can see BeCl2 is Lewis acid. Why? Around beryllium, how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So central atom has incomplete octet. Due to this, BeCl2 acts as a Lewis acid. So in vapor phase, BeCl2 in vapor phase exists in the form of monomer and dimer. We also say in vapor phase, it exists as chloro-bridge dimer. So in the vapor phase, it exists as chloro-bridge dimer. See how chloro-bridge dimer? We can see BeCl2. So basically beryllium, 2 chlorine atoms are there. Again beryllium, 2 chlorine atoms are there. So we can see that in this case we have Cl and Cl. So this chlorine will donate its electron pair and forms bond with beryllium. Also this chlorine donates its electron pair and form coordinate bond with beryllium. So we can see this is one BeCl2, this is another BeCl2. So in the vapor phase we can see BeCl2. So basically chlorine has lone pair of electron and beryllium has electron deficiency. So the electron pair is donated from the chlorine atom to beryllium and form coordinate bond. In the same way, this electron pair which is extra at chlorine atom will be donated to beryllium and form a coordinate bond. Therefore, in the vapor phase, beryllium exists as chloro-bridge dimer. See the bridging. These chlorine atoms are bridging atoms because joining the two BeCl2 molecules. These chlorine atoms are bridging chlorine atoms because they are bridging the two BeCl2 units. So this is basically a bridge bond. So in the vapor phase, basically the main existence of BeCl2 in the form of bridge dimer we called chloro-bridge dimer. We said chloro-bridge dimer. So in vapor phase, BeCl2 exists in the form of chloro-bridge dimer. While in the solid state, BeCl2 exists in the form of polymer. So form is polymeric. Now see the existence of BeCl2. In polymeric state. So in vapor phase, BeCl2 exists in the form of chloro-bridge dimer. See when BeCl2 is polymeric means the formula is BeCl2N. It means N units of BeCl2 are joined. We can see that this is the structure. In this case, the hybridization of beryllium is sp3. The hybridization of each beryllium is sp3. So basically we can see that how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this bond there are 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 electrons are involved. While centers are how many? 1 beryllium center, 1 chlorine and 1 beryllium also. So basically we call this bond 3 center 4 electron bond. So the existence of BeCl2 in polymeric form when the physical state is solid. So in solid state we say BeCl2 exists in the polymeric form. And which type of bonds are present? 3 center 4 electron, because 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons are involved and 3 centers are there. Therefore, and the hybridization of each atom is sp3. Hybridization of beryllium is sp3. While the hybridization in case of chloro-bridge dimer in vapor phase, hybridization is sp2. So in the vapor phase, hybridization of beryllium is sp2, while in the solid state, the hybridization of beryllium is sp3. So we have discussed the compounds of beryllium.